It is quite heartening to know that currently you run a home for the unwanted, the destitute, and the children on the streets, which is a noble act in the sight of God. So were you really inspired for this act of charity during your stint as the principal in Christ the King High School?
Yeah, in the sense that place was, Tundla was a kind of semi-urban place. We can even call it as a village at that time. And lots of poor people used to be there, and then I had to be very compassionate and kind to them. And then being a missionary, it was my heartfelt desire that work for the poor. So that desire was there and grew in mind. But what happened is, in our system, we have to obey the superior, the bishop, for example. So in spite of your desire for doing some other work, you are sent somewhere and then you got to do that. No? So yeah, therefore I was put into a school, then I had to run it as I was given a responsibility. Otherwise, as a missionary, I had the desire of serving the poor, actually, for the poor. And this destitute work, when I found that now it is enough, now I will do what I was convinced of, then I started off with this work with the poor children.
Father, when you took the rudder of Christ the King High School, we know very well that it was not a bed of roses and life never is. So how did you manage those hard days confronted with lack of teachers and resources and many other things?
Yeah, with whatever I have received, I had to run it. So then I had to look out for staff at times. Then I had to recruit a few from the south, because there were quite a number of teachers there, qualified teachers, and I said, so therefore I recruited a few at those days and managed like that. There have been also times when we could not get especially science teachers in Tundla. Although there were available teachers for other subjects, but science was a difficult matter. But all the same, I had to appoint even those who are not qualified in science as teachers, to help the children out. I remember even I had to, in the subject which I did not know, like biology, one time there was no teacher for biology. For some time, for 4 or 5 months, I had to learn myself biology and went and taught in class 10. So that way it was a difficult time for human resources. Then other thing, with the fees, with the limited amount of fees we had to pay to the teachers, and somehow coax the parents to pay the fee on time. Then we managed like that. Those salary was also not of the present stage, but it was a kind of considerable less amount. So somehow we managed with all that.
Father, would you like to share your experiences in Tundla, the support you had from the parents and the benefactors that accelerated the growth and the development of Christ the King High School?
A place of that sort, like Tundla, the people are simple people. So they were very cordial and very nice to us. And there was no difficulty in managing them, parents. They would understand, and they found it as a family those days. So we would welcome them, and they were quite happy. And anything you put forward, they cooperated. Those parents are quite good, simple at heart. So that way I had full cooperation from the parents.
Are there any other fond memories which you would like to make us a part of, which is close to your heart?
Once I remember, one boy came walking into the office. I also repeated this story to many people. It's a simple story, but I felt very happy. A boy who came all alone and asked for admission into class 8th. He was from a Hindi medium school. So he came and told me. Then I said, you have no background, you are a Hindi medium student, how will I admit? Where are your parents? Then he said, I did not bring the parents, but I came to find out whether I will get an admission or not. And he had a very ardent desire to study. So I said, all right, I will consider this case, because you have so much of desire to study. Tomorrow you bring your parents. So he brought his parents, and I gave him admission into class 8th. And he did very well. He was a hard-working student. He managed, in spite of his background was in Hindi medium, but he managed quite well.
So, thank you, Father, for sharing your valuable experiences with us. May the good Lord continue to bless you with success and happiness in all your endeavors in the days to come. Thank you.
Thank you.